And that was a tough car, huh? Mustangs. They're tough.
Welcome back to Scale Model Kit Review. This is your host, Steve. And welcome to another installment of the build, the 1967 Mustang Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds. Now, this kit is back and it's only available now through FanHome. So I am working on pack 13. And in pack 13, start on stages 47 through 50. And I'll be working on the top control arms in this issue. Let's go ahead and look at the magazine just here real quick. Magazine gives us the step-by-step instructions first. And this will be all 4 stages. And I'll show those as I go along in this video. And then the first article is the beautiful Eleanor, the second Eleanor, right, from the original movie, obviously. 1973 Ford Mustang. And an article here about Raymond Calatree, the Devil Incarnate. And then the 60-second files highlight the dark businessman and the police are the enemy. And then, of course, they highlight some of the cars. And this is the 1999 Aston Martin DB7. And next is Susan, the 1956 Ford T-Bird. Very nice there. And lastly, the Ford Mustang II King Cobra. And I think I mentioned this before, not my favorite body style, but some of these are very nice if you find them today, because you figure this car came out in 1979. So just like I said, not my favorite body style here. Also included with this stage was a new binder to put the magazines into. Very nice there. Now let's go ahead and get started on stage 47. Let's look at the build instructions for stage 47. For stage 47, I assemble the top control arms, and these are the arms here. And just a note with this, these control arms are very fragile, and I would say they're the weakest part of this kit. And I'll show you some examples why, but if you barely put any stress or weight on the front end of your car, these will break. So be very careful with that. It might behoove you to maybe find a spare set on eBay to have them laying around just in case. When I made my move from West Virginia back home here to Arizona, I had my cars in plastic boxes in the back of a U-Haul trailer, and when I got here, both sides were broken. So if you're going to move your cars, I would recommend you take off all the wheels, all 4 corners, take them off before you transport that car. That way you don't run the risk of breaking your suspension. But like I was saying, these are very fragile. I don't know why they didn't make these in metal to make them stronger. But there you go. Okay, so there, now you know. Also, I would recommend following the GT500 instructions from Agora Models. A little more detailed because these cars are basically the same chassis wise, so you can follow those instructions to help you along. There's that and that and that. So we're going to be doing both sides. There's quite a few steps here, but it really isn't that hard. Alright, let me get the parts and I will be right back. Here's the parts for stage 47. We'll take these out, get a closer look. And here's a close-up of those parts. Here's those upper A-arms, and they are made of plastic like I was saying. The weak point is around the shock mount area, and of course around here too. And just suggestion for Agora and FanHome, have these made in metal. for any other Mustangs that may be coming out. So like I said, these are the weakest point on this kit. We have the pins that go in, the mounts for those arms, DSO2 and DSO4. Alright, before you begin this stage, you're going to want to get yourself a really good set of pliers with a plastic end on them, and you can find these in my Amazon store. PH200. They make different sizes of these. This is the larger one. There is a smaller pair. So we're going to insert this pin into the upper A arm and the mount assembly, and that just goes together like that. We'll put the pin in. It does have serrations on one end to help lock it in. And, well, I didn't even need to squeeze it, so there you go. When putting these together, make sure that the flat edge here is on the outside. There we go. Perfect there. Bring over the chassis and we'll install these on the chassis. Here's that upper A arm, so we're going to put that down on top here. And just want to support the weight of this while you screw this in. DSO2. Next we go ahead and hook up that arm to the top of the suspension here. DSO4. That's good there. Same thing on this side. Put that A arm in. Perfect. 2 DSO2s. And the last one. That's good there. I did lubricate all the holes beforehand. Then we'll line this up. Line that up there. Good. Support the weight of it so you don't break it. And that's good there. And there you have it. Both A arms are installed. Like I said, these are very fragile. Try not to put any weight on this. Try not to press down on it in any way, because they will break, those arms. But that's all we do with this stage. So let's get started on stage 48. Let's look at the build instructions for stage 48. Stage 48, I begin on the dual exhaust, this time on the left side exhaust pipe. Here's the pipe and the parts listed. So we'll turn the chassis over, install this on the underside, turn it over, put the screws in, PS05 screws, and that will be it. Let me get the parts, I'll be right back. Here's the parts for stage 48. PS05 screw and the exhaust, which is made of plastic. Very nice finish on that. Alright, here it is. So it's simply going to go down in these two holes. There's a hole here and a hole right there. And just like that, the curved part goes down towards the exhaust manifold and our exhaust tip on the outside. I'll turn this over and put 2 PS05 screws into this. First one here towards the back, and the next one. Perfect. And that's how that looks there. And that's all I do with this stage. Stage 48 is complete. Let's head over and do stage 49. Let's look at the build instructions for stage 49. Stage 49, I assemble the right exhaust pipe. It's going to be just like the left side. You can see that there. And that's what it looks like. Let me get the parts. I'll be right back. Here's parts pack for stage 49. Same thing, PSO5 and plastic exhaust on the right side. Alright, take our exhaust, put it in the same way as the other side. Turn it over, put those two screws in. And the back one first. And the front one. That's good there. That's how that looks there. That completes 49. Let's head over and do stage 50, the final stage for pack 13. Let's look at the build instructions for the final stage for pack 13, stage 50. Stage 50, I start working on the interior. We have the front floor elements and consist of the shifter knob and gear lever, the nitro control switch. So we first install the nitro control switch, and then the spacer for the gear lever. Mount that down. Put a screw in that on the back side. And be very cautious here because that handle is fragile. Let me get the parts. I'll be right back. Here's parts for stage 50. Here's a close-up of those parts. This is very cool, kind of a velvety finish for the carpet. Very nice. Of course, it's made of plastic. And gear shift lever with a button on top. I'll give you guys a close-up of this along with the nitro switch, and that's very detailed there too. PSO9, and there's the gear lever with the switch on it. Very cool. Here's the nitro switch. You can see it says nitro on it. Very cool. You install the nitro switch here first. There's a little area right there where it goes into. Be very gentle with this. You can see that. Then put the cover on, a couple of tabs. Just like that. And then our shifter goes down on top of that. DSO9 goes on the bottom side. Great. And that's what that looks like. Very cool. And that completes stage 50. Fantastic. We got the gear shift lever and the nitrous switch. I'll be right back. And that completes pack 13. Did a lot here to Eleanor. Installed the upper A-arms, the exhaust system, and worked on the interior a little bit. So if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel and smash that like button. It really helps with the algorithms. Comment down below if you have any questions. Happy modeling, everybody, and take care. Oh, also, this is only available through FanHome.